toy fans. So this has been one I've had on the table for a while. This is the Newabwn. I'm not even sure how to say it, but it's a building block set. Now this is the parking lot. Now I know I did 4 different videos of this where it was the science fiction future parking hub, 1,144 pieces, and the whole thing's been put together. I've actually had it on the table for a while. I've had it in the background. I've had 4 cars in it, a little minifig on it. This thing is phenomenal. Now, this is what you get. You don't get minifigs. You don't get cars in it. There's some really good stuff with this particular set. There's a few things that's kind of, I don't know. There's a little bit that's like had me a little worried. Now, it does come in this big box. Now, this was one that I found on Amazon. Let me see if I can. This thing is huge, by the way. It's pretty big, and actually, it's one of those that I have thought about buying a second set to add more layers on it. I do plan on modding this here pretty soon. There's some stuff I want to take off. There's some things I want to change. There's stuff on it that I think would be perfect for the city and what I'm doing, that it's like I don't want to give it up, but there's some things I would definitely like to change. And I want to get into that because for the price that we're getting this, I think this is a particularly good build and a bit of a steal for what we're getting if you're needing a parking garage type hub thing. So let's look at the box, talk about the instructions, then get into the actual toy so we can do a 360 look at it. Sorry, I can't pull my camera back far enough to get all this in because it is a bit of a piece. It's huge. So this is it says it's number YC 49 what's that? YC 498. It says science fiction, ages 6 and up. Honestly, I gotta tell you, 6 and up is up. Yes, 6. I don't know. This is a little. 6 seems a little young for what we're doing here. This needs to be hand over hand building. I'd say 10, 8 to 10 up. Unless your 6-year-old is highly engineered, I would say this is probably not the best set for them. Good for 10-year-olds? Oh yeah, most definitely. Especially if they've got 6 stud wide Lego City cars. That's definitely a good thing to keep in mind. So it comes in this kind of generic box. It says future parking hub, science fiction, future parking hub, building block parking lot. If you didn't know this is a parking lot, if you didn't know it's a parking hub, you got the back here. Looks a lot like the front. It says mechanical metal cyber parking lot. Again, that parking lot. Spacious parking lot. Again, parking lot. Entrance details parking lot. Again, you got it, parking lot. The box is very generic. There's not a lot to it. It's not going to really tell you anything. It's by Newabwn toy building sets made in China. It's interesting. The box and everything is very interesting. Now we do have our booklet. It is a thick booklet and quite the feat. So this goes from bag 1 to 4. Bag 1 took a while. Bag 2, 3, and 4, they don't take quite as long because bag 1 has all the foundation work in it. But a lot of what we're doing in bag 1 is the same as bag 2, same as bag 3, same as bag 4, with just small minor differences in there. Overall, it's a good build. I'm gonna admit it's a good build. I enjoyed it. I would love to get more from this company because, I did enjoy the build quite a bit. Again, there's a few things that I was like, I'm not too keen on, but, overall, I did really like this. Now, I'm going to kind of, let's take it from the bottom up. So, With this set, you do have this ground floor here that's got, parking lot. Now, it does have stickers. There's no printed pieces. The stickers, there is, I think, one sticker that goes over 4 pieces. 4 pieces, yeah. And I ended up cutting them up. I you know how I am about pieces. I don't like it going over multiple pieces, so I did cut mine up and make it a little bit easier for me, because I just, I don't like it when there's too much. Now, I did kind of mess up a little bit. They are transparent stickers, so it's not too bad. Let me get that off there. It's not too bad, but it is, like I said, they are transparent stickers, but they do go over 1, 2, 3, 4 plates, and that was not to my liking. Now, other than that, the other stickers all fit to pretty much one tile here, one tile there, car front here, there. I mean, it's pretty basic, nothing too crazy. We do have a cyberpunk sticker on one of these car fronts that it mimics the cyberpunk from the Cyberpunk 2077 game. So it's kind of like, hey, notice something there. But, they're not tying it to that particular game. Now, we do get some foliage out here, which I'm not too keen on the foliage. The studding on this doesn't hold them very well. And same with some of these car facings. Like, some of the decoration doesn't work, in my opinion. I like that they have decorations for each and every part of this build. Like, I do. The ground floor stuff, the decorations, like, let me rephrase that. The build itself is amazing. The decorations have some need for some love, because obviously there's things that just don't fit well. They're held on by a couple studs. They're easy to break off. That's the part of this that is an issue. Now, for the rest of it, though, you've got, I got to pull this out just a little bit because of that arm. You've got this whole back here that has these double open doors that lead you into the garage. There is that door frame between it, so this feels a little awkward that they have 2 doors, but every single one is the same. If you notice, one of these is backwards. I actually put it together backwards. You do have garage doors, so these actually open up. And they store, this obviously did not come with it, but they store a 6 stud wide car. So if you have the brand new, the EV supercar, that's the brand new for 2026, it does fit in there quite nicely. You can close that down. See it on that bottom floor there. It does hold. Each floor itself does hold a vehicle, so you can open up each one, and they are color themed. So you've got your teal up here, you've got blue at the very, very top, and with that you've got, of course, like little opening mailboxes here. You got drawers here. You've got cabinets here, and you can open each one. I have to apologize. I really don't have like fingernails, but yeah, like these all open. Here we can take this out. This opens up, and well, normally it would open up. There's one that opens up. It's a bit of a tight fit, and then you've got this one down here. These all open up at the bottom, and then you have a repeat of them at the very, very top, where you also have that opening canister there. So besides for the doors opening, these pieces, you've got these actually that open up. Then after that, everything else is all decoration, and it's what? I mean, 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So half of a Mills plate wide. I'm trying to remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, I think. probably be 24. So 24, so it's like one half a mill's plate deep and about 2/3 of a mill's plate wide. So it does have some depth to it, some width, but this would fit in one mill's plate city block easily. You could always do another and back them one next to the other. I think for me, I'd probably put maybe something behind it. Like, they don't have lights in them, but I would find a way to incorporate some sort of light tower into it so each floor could be lit. But for me, I would want to also get rid of some of the decorations that tend to have issues here. Now, with these, they do actually, see if I can pop one of these off. They do actually rock off. So they're meant that you can take each one of these off, and there's no roof on this, by the way. So this being the top floor, this is what you get. You can look into it, but you do have these plates here that land one on the other. You have, of course, your door that opens up. You can look in there, and again, I mean, they look phenomenal. Like, here, let me take this red sports car here and put it in, and you can kind of see it in there. They fit very, very nice. As far as like the look of what you're getting, it looks phenomenal. You got doors for play. You can actually look in there. You've got structure here that holds together very well, that makes awesome sense. Where I have an issue with it has to do with these areas right in here when we start getting the decorations. And this is one of those things that I on each floor, I want to take off these decorations, find a way to clean them up, and find some sort of mainstreaming decoration I can put on it that makes it feel more unified as one whole piece instead of, multiple different pieces that all have their own unique design. Now, all in all, they all have the same design, with the exception of the base plate here, because it's a little bit different its floor, but it still is pretty much the same exact thing. But we do have, the kind of like the light pieces underneath. Interestingly enough, we've got orange here for the bottom of the green. We've got the lime green for the bottom of the teal. But when we get to blue, we're back to that lime green. There's a few things structurally that didn't make any sense. Like, why didn't we get teal round plates to add into that design? So even like these, I'd like to kind of move around, change, and have it to where it feels like it's a little more uniform in what they're doing. You get some tires over here, which is okay. You've got this little AC unit, this part right here. So this piece here tends to fall off a lot. Even though I love the design of this one just didn't seem to have such a grand grip. This sign right here, I tend to have a problem with. This one I'm not too keen on. There's parts of it that just, like, again, with the decorative parts, I'm not as big of a fan of them as I am the rest. These tend to be a problem because they just keep falling off. And I think for some of the decorations, some of the stuff that we're getting, and when I say decorations, I mean the sign, these things are, they're okay. They don't stud in the way I would want them to have something that feels more secure. And the same with the trees here. They also tend to break off. So for modding, I would definitely get rid of a lot of this stuff, and it would go in the bucket for builds, things like that. Now, all in all, as an actual build, though, this thing is phenomenal. And I mean, it is sitting at basically, let me put this little retro style Lego minifig there. It works. If you look at it for what it is, this thing works beautifully. See if I can't put that back on there without knocking everything over. I wasn't too keen on some of this, but it looks nice. But all in all, I don't think it serves the whole piece service. And that this is strong, these floors are strong, these decorations, however, can honestly go. They don't really add too much to the play value that makes it that worthwhile. There's a sign over there. This tree over here would be fine. Everything else, this piece, that, I think it needs to be changed. And my plan is, personally, I'll be taking all this off, moving it around, changing it, but I wanted to bring you the toy for toy's sake. Now, each one of these does actually hold a car. So I've got the 2021. This is the blue sports car. We'll go ahead and put that one in there. And I like to put them in backwards here. So we've got that one. We'll go ahead and open this one up. For this one, let's do the red. So this is the 2025. This is the red sports car. We'll put that one in there. Nice contrasting to that green. We'll do the 2026 EV supercar against that teal. And for our blue, we'll go with the I believe this is 2024. This is the electrical sports car. So we'll put that up there. And as you can see, it holds the pieces nicely. They look beautiful in there. They display nicely. This looks amazing. All in all, like, I love the look of the actual toy, but there is, in my opinion, some room to alter things. Most definitely need to alter them. One thing to keep in mind, as you open one, the other one does close down, so it'll still keep the cars from going out one at a time. Now, you can't put this out and have them drive on it. It doesn't work that way. And I know there's no elevator or anything to say, hey, this is where how the cars are getting up in there. That's just not how it works. That's all right. For what we're getting for play, we're using this as a play value sort of thing. So we're looking at it, hey, how does this play? How does it display? And quite honestly, for me, as a display piece, it displays beautifully. The colors are bright, they're vibrant, they feel futuristic. The design of it feels futuristic with the line work going around. And all in all, it is beautifully put together. I enjoyed the build of this immensely. With the exception of this here, the decorations and the trees, which I'm not too keen on. The front foyer, whatever this awning or cover is, the actual floors, the rest of it to me was a solid build, well worth the money. Now, I did go ahead and put the link down in the show notes, so you've got it there. I think that's important for you to be able to go to. It's in my shop. It's been there for a while. I would definitely say, if you have the money and you're wanting to get it, definitely hit up the link in the show notes, purchase it there. Any purchase that you get from the shop does help the channel a little bit. Speaking of which, on helping the channel, if you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. It definitely helps out the channel. Hit that bell for notifications. You'll be notified of anything that comes from me to you. Comment down below. What is your favorite part of this? I love the color scheme of this. The color scheme and that nice kind of futuristic wrap on each one of these is just amazing, how they engineered and thought of how to put that together. So that's a lovely piece for me. But I'd like to hear, what is your favorite part of this? This is something that you're thinking that you would also want to get for your city. And then, be sure to like this video. It helps YouTube know that you like what I'm making, and that helps the channel grow, which is what we're all about. And hopefully this video helps you in your decision making on whether you want to get this. Me personally, if I had the room, I would get another one, and possibly even like redo the build with, instead of green, maybe the orange, and like stack them up even higher to make an even bigger tower. But again, I don't know where I would put it at this point. So, but it is something I have definitely thought about. Maybe even seeing if I can't source out the parts, and then do like maybe one, find like the pieces in like purple, which I think would be cool, or even red, and do something else to add to this, because I think it's just it's a very cool piece. And so far out of most of the stuff I have, this is I think one of the tallest, with the exception of the Midnight Haunted Mansion, which I think is the tallest piece that I have currently. So that's all I got to say about the Newabwn. This is a science fiction future parking hub. Again, if you're needing this, it's down in the show notes. Definitely get it there. It definitely helps out the channel, and hopefully you see some value in this, like I see some value in this, because it's a pretty cool piece overall, and it definitely took me a while. It was not a quick and easy build. I remember as I got into building one floor, I enjoyed it so much I wanted to build the other floor, and I had to pace myself because I really wanted to enjoy a lot of the build. So I have those. If you're wanting to see those videos, I have them all listed down in the live feed. Might even link this over to the live feeds playlist. You can see them there, because I think that would be important. All right, so I thank you all for showing up. I really do appreciate you all. Thank you for coming and checking out the video this far. I love you all. Jesus loves you more, and there's nothing you can do about it. Good luck with the build, and happy brick hunting.